want to share with you guys the things that I do when I'm not sure what to do. So, as I've mentioned in another video titled May Reflections, this whole month of May has been a huge mirror for me in showing me where I'm at and where I want to be, and in understanding that to get there, I'm ready for next level changes, next level self-care, next level self-love, next level spirituality. And I want you to think about, as you're a kid growing up, there's things that you learn at different ages that are basic living self-care routines, like brushing your teeth and getting dressed. And maybe some of that stuff you are not taught, but we're also supposed to be taught emotional regulation and how to process what's going on and coping and feeling healthy, secure, safe attachment. Then of course some of those things are also not taught to us. So we either come up against a time in our life, or we come to a time in our life where we are ready to experience those things or learn those things, and we'll either engage in that thing ourselves, or we'll have a mentor or a coach, or something will happen in our life where we feel inspired to now learn these things. Same thing with religion and spirituality. There comes a time in our life when we're like, okay, like I'm ready for that. I want to see what that is. And so just like brushing your teeth and flossing and rinsing your mouth and the steps and the stages that go with that, there's steps and stages that also go with your self-care, your self-love, spirituality. The depth of what you can do in these areas is infinite. It's infinite. Like, same thing with your body and working out. There is levels to it. I mean, it's not even about aesthetics at a certain point. It's about your overall wellness and well-being. So I just want to bring that up about, I've been doing the work, the internal work. I'm actually coming up on 2 years anniversary of meditating every single day. And I'm really proud of myself for that, because that has been monumental in me being able to get to know Leslie a lot. Being with myself, practicing being with myself. It's huge. I would always numb that. I would always cover that up. I would always watch movies or listen to music or be around friends or people or men dating, shopping, numbing, avoiding being alone with myself. So that's one. That is absolutely 1000% one of the things that I do when I don't know what to do. So in those moments where I feel like I'm stuck, or I'm unsure, or I feel like I'm not progressing in the way that I want to go, or I just don't know what decisions to make, I've gotten into the habit, and I'm still getting into more of a habit in terms of time, like frequency. How often do you do this? From once a day through meditation to now doing this a few times a day, and even coming out to like a park like this by myself more frequently, more often, more in nature, without any agenda really. I did bring my stuff with me because I wanted to share this whole experience and document all of this, because through this challenge I know it's going to be exponential growth. But that is absolutely one thing that you can do is take time to just be with yourself. Go somewhere that's quiet and peaceful in your room. If it's not in your room, in your car, at the park, outdoors, anywhere. Put in some headphones. If it's too loud, put on, like, type up Frequency of the Universe on YouTube. There's some beautiful sounds. It's just so relaxing. And just sit with yourself and breathe. Focus on your breathing. Ask yourself questions like, what do I need right now? What am I feeling? What is it that I want to grow into? Who's the person that I want to become? What do I want to do? What is going on? What do I need to hear right now? What do I need to understand? Or just simply observe your thoughts and see what it is that keeps coming up. Is it a stress? Is it a worry? Is it a story you're creating around the pain and whatever you're feeling and the doubt and what, because that's information right there. A lot of the times we don't even know what the hell is going on. That self-awareness is the first step in being able to say, oh, this is what's going on. This is what I'm really dwelling about or thinking about or worried about. And then from there we can decide, we could have more information, more data. The second thing that I do is I check on the things that I'm doing with my physical health. Not even my mental health, not yet, but my physical health. Like, am I drinking water? Am I eating good? Am I exercising? Because that is a way to cleanse the body, a way to shake up that stagnant, stuck energy inside of you, a way to move through the emotion, bring a state of calm through the increased movement and energy you're creating, which can then help you to come up with a new conclusion or an idea or something about what's happening. And then the third thing that I do is journal. So it might seem like you can sit there and think about your thoughts and communicate with yourself, which you can. But our mind is like a dog. Like this, that, there, this, I mean, look at the conversations that you have with people. Isn't it pretty fascinating how you could be talking about one thing and then it just hops to another thing and then another thing and then another topic, and then now you're talking about something completely irrelevant from the situation, but somehow it's relevant because it piece by piece led you to that. So that's exactly what we do in our own mind, especially when we're in our own mind and we're not being self-aware of our own mind. It'll jump from piece to piece to piece, and it can feel chaotic and overwhelming. And that's why we numb it with external things to try to avoid the chaos of our own mind. But when you write it down, what you're doing is you're forcing yourself to focus. So as you're writing down, whether you like it or not, you're gonna see, even if you don't know what to write down, just starting to write, I don't know what to write down right now, but I'm doing this journaling thing just to kind of see what comes up and talk about your day. Like, I went to work out at the park, and then I went to go buy a burger to go, and my tummy kind of hurt after that, and I drank a lot of water today, or I talked to my best friend Joan, and this is what we talked about. And like, just kind of go through your day and see what comes up for you, because even in the reflection of your day, because think about this, you guys, a beautiful life, a wonderful life is just a collection of wonderful years. A collection of wonderful years is a collection of wonderful weeks. And wonderful weeks are just a simple collection of wonderful days, and wonderful days are a simple collection of wonderful hours, and hours are just the time that you spent moment to moment. So even as we dissect and reflect on the day, it's going to give you information, it's going to give you clarity, it's going to give you understanding, it's going to give you okay, like I see how this is bothering me, or I see how this is not serving me, or I see how I want more of this and I'm actually expecting it from this way, or I maybe shouldn't have said that. Where is that coming from? Why am I feeling this way? You see what I'm saying? So those 3 things, I promise you, if you start to do them, just try them for a week or 3 days. I challenge you to 3 days. Comment below, challenge accepted, if you are going to, for the next 3 days, spend some quiet time alone, even if it's 5 minutes just with your thoughts, even if it's going for a walk but not putting any music on or anything, any podcast, nothing, just listening to where your thoughts, being observant of your thoughts. 5 minutes a day of being alone, spending time with yourself and observing your thoughts, being reflective about your day through journaling, writing down, even if it's writing down just what you did that day for 5 minutes, everything for 5 minutes. And then the physical, we'll call it the physical audit on your life, because only you know where you're at and only you know what you can handle in terms of being overwhelmed or what's realistic for you. You know, for me, I'm at a point where I can hold myself accountable to drinking water every day, a gallon of water every day, to eating my greens and my vegetables, to tracking my meals, to working out. But that's taken practice and implementation through the past, I have been on this journey now for fitness like 6 years. So I wouldn't have you start there if obviously this is some physical fitness is new for you. So choose maybe 1 thing or 2 things or 3 things depending on where you're at. But for the next 3 days, type in challenge accepted if for the next 3 days you're going to be more self-aware of these things and implement these things and see what you come up with. Because I can bet you'll find clarity and new levels of self-awareness. All right, y'all, that is all for now. If you watch this video on YouTube, subscribe and like this video, share this video so more people can hear this message. Thank you. I appreciate you all.